Hey everyone, Andrew, day 2 Dryden, recording for Nikachu MTG. We're playing Burn in Modern and we're here for round 4. We've won the die roll. Good first step. We've definitely seen in the last few games how that can be the difference between winning and losing. But for those of you who are familiar with Modern, that shouldn't be any huge surprise. Ugh. That is like... That is such a close but horrible hand. Really tempted to mulligan this with 4 lands. But these spells are really good spells. There's no creatures. You know what? We can do better than this. On the play, not sure what the matchup is. I'm willing to mulligan this. Much better hand. Yep, there we go. Excellent. We got a good turn 1 play in Lavamancer. Our mulligan, or our mulligan, our opponent mulligan as well. Mr. Boner. Hopefully he's excited to see us. We're going to keep this hand. And we don't have to scry our, or we don't have to shuffle our scry away. Sometimes you keep these hands and you get like 2 fetch lands in them. And you have to shuffle them away. Searing Blaze. Because we already have 1 Searing Blaze, and I don't know what we're playing against, I'm going to put this on the bottom. This could be a really, really good card, but the fact that I don't know it is makes me hesitant to want to keep it. Plus we've got some like good creature interaction anyway with Lavamancer, so now, right, we can use Lavamancer next turn, right? That's the other thing. Sometimes you play your Lavamancer, you know, yeah, because next turn we can fetch, bolt, and then we'll have 2 mana up for a Lavamancer activation as well. So, yeah, because if we weren't able to, no, well, with this hand I'd still play Lavamancer turn 1, but there have been games against, say, like Slivers or something where I have nothing in the graveyard on turn 2, and it makes more sense to just not play Lavamancer out, and I've just won the games before Lavamancer even gets out of my hand. Stomping Ground. So is it Burn? Is it Scape Shift? Well, we're not that question is not being answered because Lightning Bolt can be played by both those. Well, it's possible that this Searing Blaze is going to be ultra bad. I'm trying to figure out how to get this Searing Blaze to not be horrible right now. So if I don't play this Searing Blaze, I can still bolt them at end of turn, untap and do stuff. I think I'm going to hold up this Searing Blaze right now only because I can still Lightning Bolt them at end of turn. If I didn't have this bolt in my hand, if it was like another Lava Spike, I would probably just fetch and double like Lava Spike them. But the fact that I can still sort of use my mana means I'm going to do that. Plus if they drop, I mean, if they just go like Farseek, that's pretty bad. Ooh, red-green Eldrazi. Okay. So this Searing Blaze is going to have targets. Yeah, Matter Reshaper is a thing. As much as I don't like to give them the card advantage, we are going to do just that. But we also get this bolt out of our, or this Searing Blaze out of our hand, and clears the way if we draw like a Goblin Guide or something. That would be nice. So what do they get? Ancient Stirrings. Okay, that's pretty good as far as cards to reveal. Because it doesn't put anything right on the board, and it doesn't just give them like a Thought-Knot Seer. They might have to work to find a Thought-Knot Seer. And we get a Swift Spear too. Awesome. That's pretty sweet. So if they just go Thought-Knot Seer and take any one of these spells, it basically does the same thing. But we get in for damage now with this. So for that, actually, sorry, hold on. Okay, so let's say they drop something big next turn, like a Thought-Knot Seer. That basically brick walls our Swift Spear. Right, because they'll take the bolt, the lightning bolt that is, which means I think we need to suspend a Rift Bolt. Yeah. Because that'll keep it saved for next turn. And if they drop, like, say, a Thought-Knot Seer, we can bolt it, attack into it. I mean, it's not what we want to have happen, but maybe not. What are they at? Sorry. I'm thinking out loud here. We're doing, okay, so they're at 15. They're effectively at 14. They're at 10 if we just bolt them and attack right now. Screw it. We're just bolting them and attacking right now. We're just going to get in. I don't think we want this game to go too much longer. And yeah, you know what? We're just going to get in. We could also draw a land and just be able to Rift Bolt a Thought-Knot Seer or something like that. Yeah, I think they need a good play here. They need like a Thought-Knot Seer or a Reality Smasher or something like that to really scare me. And they certainly could have it. Okay, that's a good first sign. That means we're not... Yeah, because I've already played a land this turn. That means we're not getting Reality Smashered or Thought-Knot Seared. Oh, I probably shouldn't close this because they're going to show us something else. Yeah, that seems like a mistake to me. I feel like they should have done that first because they could have found another Eldrazi temple and then like Reality Smashered, for example. But again, I don't know what's in their hand, but that's a pretty good one. Yeah, play a land, attack. Bolt you. This is pretty bad if they have a Warping Whale. But they didn't. Cool, well, I now have an empty hand. I now hope you Thought-Knot Seer me, because there's nothing there. And if you don't put something in front of me on the board right now, or take away the Swift Spear, you're just dead. That seems pretty unlikely that they wouldn't have anything, though. They must have something. Yeah, okay, Thought-Knot Seer. Doesn't feel as good when it doesn't get to take away cards out of your hand, though. Thought-Knot Seer on turn 2 is pretty busted. Thought-Knot Seer on turn 4, when your opponent has an empty hand, not so great. Awesome. They played both, right? Yeah, okay, so delete these. Yeah, it's possible we just draw a bolt and win here. Do we get the thought? No, no. I was thinking to myself, because if we bolt the Thought-Knot Seer, we can attack into it. They probably just have to block. Then we draw a card off of it. But drawing a blind card either way and getting this off the board is probably just the same as drawing a blind card. Like, we're not close to dead. You know, if we were down to, like, a small number of life, then that sucks we draw a mountain, obviously, but whatever. Like, if we were down to, like, a 1 or 2 turn clock from this thing, that might make a difference. But since we're not, I was comfortable just leaving the Thought-Knot Seer on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they can Eldrazi Obligator us now. That would be pretty frustrating. That might be what's happening here. No, this is arguably worse. Yeah. Well, you attack with the Smasher, but do you attack with the Thought-Knot Seer? Actually, no, maybe you don't, because you also die to a Goblin Guide now. Is there a reason not to block this? Because 2 life is effectively the same as 3 life. We have a mountain in our hand, so if we draw Searing Blaze, we still deal 3. Yeah, we just take it. I can chump block this next turn if I want, if I need to. And there we go, we just win anyway. Cool. All right. Red, green, Eldrazi. Well, Path is going to be useful in this. Deflecting Palm is going to be very good. Grim Lavamancer is not going to be great. I'm going to... Eidolon is tough. Searing Blaze is good, but not. Like, it doesn't really kill things by itself. That's the frustrating thing. But, I mean, you can just do it twice if you need to kill. You know, it still does 3 to the opponent. It's not great, but, you know, like we saw in that game, it still killed the 3/2 that I can't remember the name of off the top of my head while I'm Matter Reshaper. But we definitely want those. Rest in peace. No. Leyline. No. Skullcrack, yes. Searing Blood, no. I don't think we need Destructive Revelry either. No. Okay, so we got 66 cards. What do we cut? What's not great? Eidolon might not be great. You know, they've got a lot of... No, they've got things like Ancient Stirrings and stuff like that. We'll keep those. We're going to take out... Man, yeah, it's actually tough. This is a tough call to decide what to take out. Okay, I'm going to take out Searing Blazes. It's situational, but not great. But we have things like Path to Exile and other things that we're bringing in. So I don't want too much situational creature removal. Because it might just sit in our hand and look real bad. I'm going to take out the Lavamancers too. They can be good, you know, they can chump block a Thought-Knot Seer and then deal 2 to the opponent or something, but yeah, I think this is how we want. I think this is fine. These Deflecting Palms are going to look real good, I think, in this game. So hopefully we draw them and get a chance to use them. Well, as much as I don't like only having 1 land, 6 1-drops is about the best I could hope for with only 1 land in hand. So we are keeping. And our opponent is mulliganing to 6, so that's also good news. And no, they went to 5 though, or they stayed at 6. Put a card on top. Eldrazi Temple, that's a dangerous one. Well, we're obviously getting a Sacred Foundry. And we're starting with the Goblin Guide, so let's see what you put on top. Hopefully it wasn't another Eldrazi Temple, because that would be bad. Eldrazi Obligator. Okay. In case anyone doesn't know what this thing does, it's like a threaten effect attached to a 3/1 haste. You have to pay 2 for the threaten effect, but I mean, when you can just use an Eldrazi Temple to pay for it, it's not that crazy. So, actually, that's another good Searing Blaze target. Maybe we should bring those back in on the play. Okay, good. No Thought-Knot Seers. As long as you don't get a Thought-Knot Seer on turn 2, I'm less scared. Turn 3 and turn 4 I can handle. Ooh, Ratchet Bomb. Okay. Potential Destructive Revelry target. File that one in the back of my brain. Almost like we know what we're doing. I don't feel as though I need to play this Swift Spear, especially when they might just blow up this Ratchet Bomb. If I play the Swift Spear, they're definitely blowing up this Ratchet Bomb. But actually, do I care about that? Because this costs what? Oh, no, wait. Sorry, I'm thinking of Engineered Explosives, where you have to pay 2 to do it. No, this one just taps and destroys. Yeah, well, there's no point in committing to the board. We don't need to. We can just deal them a ton of damage here, and if they blow this up, then we play this the turn after possibly and attack with this thing as a 3/4. So yeah, I'm gonna Lightning Helix them because it uses our mana the best. Okay, I draw a forest, Carplusian Forest, I should say. This is also good in the racing situations, and yeah, like we need to draw another land to be able to cast the Swift Spear on that in the same turn, for example. Where like if we draw another land, we can cast 3 spells next turn, which would be pretty sweet. Grove. That's not that. Okay. What do you got? Okay. Yeah, these aren't the scary cards I'm worried about. We can absolutely... What do we have in our hand? We have 12 points of burn in our hand right now. I am not afraid of this right now. Oh, that's also good. I didn't think there was much that was going to make me not play a Swift Spear. Let me think this through. Okay, so we play Swift Spear, bolt this creature. We attack for 4, put them to 9, and we just have lethal in our hand. They didn't play a Thought-Knot Seer, so they probably don't have one. Oh no, we can't just attack with a Swift Spear because they blow up the Ratchet Bomb then. Well, they don't have any big spells. They're just playing small stuff, including this Obligator. So I think we get this down. Plus, we're ahead in the life race right now. So I'm okay just having our opponent either have to deal with this or have to have something real big. That's totally fine by me. Yeah, that's totally fine. Now this is up to 2. Now I can like safely put my Swift Spear into play next turn. Yeah, I'm totally okay with that. I mean, this can get out of hand real quick, right? They can just like slam a Matter Reshaper or something, but you know, whatever. The fact that they used this on this makes me think that was the right decision. Yep, that's fine. Oh, please attack in. Please, please attack in, and I will just absolutely burn you next turn if I draw a land and just get to cast 3 spells with this Swift Spear. Oh, that would be so good. Land, land, land. Ah, that's not it's not a land, but it's still pretty good. We're drawing gas, and we're able to cast. We're able to use our mana really well every turn, so you know I can't complain too much here because they're about to go to 8. Is it? Yeah. And I have, what, 12 points in my hand? I mean, I could just bolt this Swift Spear, actually. That might be kind of frustrating. Nope. Sweet. Alright, well, I mean, this is red and green. They could just land a Thragtusk here or something, but we haven't been able to play around that all game. So, I mean, we could force them to, we could, like, hold up mana, but I don't think that's smart. Because if they don't just play a Thragtusk, they could also just play a Matter Reshaper and win. I mean, you could do a bunch of different things. But we are winning this race right now if this is all they've got. And they don't have mana for the Threaten effect, so yeah, that's fine. We take 6. But again, if we just draw land, we just win. We've been pretty lucky, I think. We've been lucky in the sense we've drawn gas, although one more land over the course of this game would have been really nice, and we've been lucky in the fact that they haven't had any of these gigantic bombs. That's a good one. And there we go. Sorry, Mr. Boner. Today's not your lucky day. Do you expect me to die, Mr. Do you expect me to talk, Mr. Fetchland? No, Mr. Boner. I expect you to die. None of you kids are going to know what that reference is, but trust me, it's a good movie. Awesome. Bam. Bam. Oh. I'm the one being the jerk and not resolving my spell now. Bam. Good games, Mr. Boner. Fetchland wins the match. Nice. Well, there's not too much to say about that matchup. It was pretty straightforward. We were able to just race and win. We just drew super well. You know, when this burn in a lot of ways is like a combo deck. It's like a 7-card combo deck where you cast Lightning Bolt or some facsimile thereof 7 times. And you win that way, which is basically what we did there. And our opponent just couldn't get anything going. They had the Ratchet Bomb that we played around a little bit, and then they drew a bunch of lands, but no big crazy threats like Thought-Knot Seer or Reality Smasher. So yeah. Anyway, that was our match. We are what, 2-1 now? No, 3-1. I think we're 3-1 now. I have to double check. Anyway, but this has been Andrew Dryden, recording for Nikachu MTG. Please like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If there's any comments or if there's any lines of play you want to talk about in the comment section, please leave them below. And I will see you next time.